hot topic.
Gisele Bündchen's new romance is going strong. As for her ex-husband Tom Brady, well, a source tells ET how he feels about it.
Yeah, I'm sure all my exes have had boyfriends after me, and guess what? I'm better than them. Here's what I'm saying, to be serious, though. If you have any opinion on, I mean, I know that he had kids with Gisele, so you can't just disassociate from her. But I'm telling you, you got to just not have an opinion. The fact that he's even showing an opinion about her sleeping with someone else, she's essentially a stranger. You borrowed her from the universe. She was never yours.
My friend says the future happens a day at a time. So that's what life's all about. So
our source says Gisele and her martial arts instructor beau, Joaquim Valente, are getting more serious.
Yeah, they probably bonded after the Tom Brady roast, even though I'm glad people called out Gisele for being a side chick. Everybody always goes, oh, they're such a great marriage. He cheated on Bridget Moynihan, who's got that cougar look, with Gisele. Never forget that. That is something that goes undiscussed, and it drives me absolutely nuts. When I worked in sports radio, I got in trouble for bringing it up on air. Oopsie doopsies.
And her friends could see this being a lasting relationship. And Tom looks like he's all for it. He just wants things to be cordial and respectful between him and Joaquim. He's enjoying his own life and dating around.
Hell yeah, friends with benefits here, bang this model here. Good for Tommy.
Well, trying to figure it out. So just taking it day by day.
Since Tom and Gisele's 2022...
That's like the most Tom Brady answer ever. Whenever they have any of these B-roll footage of Tom Brady, it's always like this.
Well, trying to figure it out. So just...
Yeah, we are. Like, it could go about any topic.
Just taking it day by day.
Since Tom and Gisele's 2022 split, they've been putting up a united front. Especially since they co-parent their two kids, 14-year-old Benjamin and 11-year-old Vivian.
Yeah, it got to be weird being Benjamin, being in school, and there's jokes about your mom being kind of a slut.
It's fun being a dad. I got some great kids.
The former NFL star even shared on his SiriusXM podcast, Let's Go with Tom Brady, Larry Fitzgerald, and Jim Gray, things were going well between him and his ex.
I used to, when I worked on a sports morning show, I had to edit that show at 4:30 a.m. So the show was released at like 11 p.m. at night, and the morning show I worked on was like, we need the audio by 6 a.m. So I'm getting PTSD memories of driving to work, listening to boring-ass Jim Gray, who did that decision with LeBron. I can't stand Jim Gray. He's the worst reporter in all of sports media history.
The good news is it's a very amicable situation, and all you can do is the best you could do.
Oh, yeah. He always had those answers, man. I had to cut this up at 6 a.m.
And that's what I'll just continue to do as long as I'm working and as long as I'm being a dad.
But by May, Netflix's live roast of Tom Brady seemingly caused a bump in the road.
Gisele said, you retire or we're done. That's what she said to you, Tom. You retire or we're done. And let me tell you something. When you got a chance to go 8 and 9 and all it will cost you is your wife and your kids, you gotta do what the you gotta do.
Best line. The other one was from Nikki Glaser when she goes, of course, Nikki Glaser said this a little funnier, but your ex-wife's new boyfriend could kick your ass while eating her ass. I was working at a religious station at the time when that roast came out, and they're all like, oh, we're so offended by the roast. I'm like, it's a roast. Relax.
Yeah, no topic was off limits, especially Tom's personal life.
You can't lose any fights to the bonus, Dad. Kids are gonna have to change their name. The guy knows karate, Tom. You can't fight this guy.
A man who has so many rings he could melt them down and forge a sword to go on a quest to get Gisele back from that jiu-jitsu teacher.
He looks like he is fed up. That must have been later.
The only thing dumber than you saying yes to this roast was when you said, hey, babe, you should try jiu-jitsu.
I love Nikki Glaser. She's so hot.
I think that's gotta suck.
The sadness in his eyes, man.
I'm going to be taking it for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
So I think by the time
About 3.5 hours, rather.
I get up, I may be in tears.
The source told ET at the time Gisele found some of the jokes to be distasteful and disrespectful. And she was definitely offended by the...
That's a roast, Gisele. That's how it works, you imbecile. What a humorless person.